In this tutorial, we're all about that bass. Hey guys, welcome to Spit to the Rhythm. So today's tutorial is all about the bass drum, like... So let's get right into it. First off, you don't need to worry about being too loud at first, because actually the microphone picks up bass sounds quite well. First, you're going to use your lip muscles, kind of like the kissy face muscles, right? To kind of close your mouth. You don't need to stick your lips out too much. Just close them, right? And then you use your inner lip, so the part that's wet, right? That's where the sound's being made. Otherwise, it'll be really hard. So you use that part in the center of your lips, and you just create a little pressure, and then you release it, and you get that sound. Okay? Yeah, so that's it. That's the end of the tutorial. But if you're having troubles, which probably many of you might, yeah, let me go through a few things, a lot of problems that I see people run into. So first off is the question, well, I'm a girl, right? So can I beatbox? Can I make those bass sounds? Yes, you definitely can. In fact, check out this one. Okay, so yeah, bass drum only requires the lips, right? And guys and girls have mostly the same size lips, I think, and everyone has lips, so I think we're good on that. So yes, girls can definitely make a good bass drum sound. The second problem you might be running into is either too loose or too tight, right? So too loose, actually, I think the looser the better, because you can actually get it faster if you're used to having it looser, and you have more control. So if it's too loose though, and you just blow air out, right, it'll just be like, right? You'll get some flap into it, right? So you want to slowly try increments of tighter lips right before it pops, right? And slowly rein that in, okay? So if you're getting too tight, it might have kind of some vibration. So it might sound like, right? Something like that. If you have that, either it's too much pressure or you're not letting go of the pressure fast enough. So you just want the pressure for that initial burst, and then you let go, okay? So you get a, okay? And last tip, this is kind of a tip overall for beatboxing. There are sounds that are with your lungs and without your lungs. That's what I like to call it anyway. So without your lungs, you basically only use the air that's in your mouth. So like if you're holding a bunch of water in your mouth, right, and you don't want to breathe it or swallow it, right, then you will, right, close off your mouth. So that's kind of the idea of without your lungs, you're only using the air that's available in your mouth, right? So when you open your lungs, then you use all the air that's available, right? So you can actually start a bass drum. You can get a really good sound without your lungs if you have that placement and the feel of it down right. So I encourage people to try without your lungs and just get it very, very quiet. All you need is that little poppy feel, and once you have that, then you're good to go. So it's a little beyond just a B, right? And you can get pressure by moving your tongue forward a little bit, like if you do a spitting sound, right? Like, right? If you do that, you're actually pretty close, but you're moving your tongue forward and pushing that air out, right? So instead of letting go right away, just try, as you're pushing your tongue forward, hold on a little bit longer with your lips, and then let go. And that will build the pressure that you need to get that little pop, right? So, okay. So once you're comfortable with that, you can try doing other things that create the pressure. So like, I actually like to close my jaw a little bit, and that also creates that kind of pressure. Once you have that, you can open it to your lungs, and then, you know, you can worry about the breath and how that all works, okay? So if you're hyperventilating or it's getting a little difficult, try without the lungs and see how that works. When you add your lungs, you don't really use your tongue anymore, but you use that pressure of trying to breathe outwards, but you're holding it back with your lips, right? So you get that deeper resonance of a bass, okay? Right, for you guys, I know I said guys and girls aren't much different, but what is different is the voice. So sometimes I actually like to add, especially if you're a bass singer in the bass range, you can add a little bit of voice to add a bit of a resonance sound to it. So instead of just, you can add a, right, I'm just going like, ooh, 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 and it adds a pretty nice sound to it. Okay, so if you got it down, you can start practicing. Just get it, again, consistent and reliable. So if you can just do, right, you can try and get it faster. You can start adding the snare back into it, right? So you can go, and then switch it up a bit. So, right? So yeah, go ahead and try different beats. There were a few simple ones in there. And of course, you can listen to some more pentatonics. A great song to practice for beginners is Can't Sleep Love. It's super simple, it goes like this.
Tell me, am I going crazy? Tell me, have I lost my mind? Yeah.
Okay, and that's all for this tutorial. The next tutorial will be looking at hi-hats and different auxiliary sounds. So like hi-hat, the breath, suspended cymbals, stuff like that, crash cymbals. So like, yeah, those are all pretty simple, so I left them for last. But go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and comment below. I want to know what went well for you. Maybe if I said something that was particularly effective in helping you learn, or maybe I didn't explain something very well. Go ahead and let me know, and I'd love to hear your feedback. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more vocal percussion content. We're going to be looking at more sounds. We're going to be looking at pentatonic songs and how to do them. I'll break down beat by beat what's happening. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and keep spitting.